We're here with Chromium. I'm just now realizing he's actually Chrome on the art. It's not just his name. He flips into the little 1-1 with evasion, and he's got flash. So, as my primary win condition, I shall have the entire deck be a control deck. Kind of similar to my Teferi list, if you watch that one. In fact, I basically took that deck and then turned it into this one, so it's a lot like that one. Splash some black, basically the best of black. There's probably a few more cards I could run, like Mortify, but still want a couple answers for Planeswalkers and stuff. Mortify does not hit Planeswalkers. What was the card that I was kind of excited to try here? Fracture. I want to see how good Fracture is. Like, how often does this really hit things that's not just Planeswalkers? Because I'm still on that disenchant mindset philosophy, where I think disenchanting things is kind of underlooked. Couple on the top end here. Like, I don't know about Sublime Epiphany. This might just be better off as a cheaper counter spell. I might just do that now. No, you know what? For now, we're not going to change it. And then we got the usual 3-color mana base. No attempt to get Field of the Dead to work this time. It is simply just colored mana. I don't want to get screwed over. I tried to get as few tap lands as possible. Field of the Dead is just harder than I care to admit. If you're not green, it's just a bit hard to get that going. So let's see how we go. Let's see how we do. Like and subscribe, and I will play Magic the Gathering for the next X minutes. All right, what are we up against? Red, green, something. Not a good hand for that, but it's better than the average hand, I think. Mind Stone helps. We do have Teferi in our hand, which would be the other commander that this deck would like to have. Okay, so they don't... Oh. Okay. Alright, so I'm kind of in the market for a removal spell already. I guess I have this. I guess I'll take this. Probably slightly better. They're kind of similar, but that's just a little bit scarier, I think. Skyclave Apparition can also block. I'm definitely going to block their commander. Like, absolutely. Okay, they don't even do that, alright. The commander gets a little bit worse the less things you have in play. They get a token, but, I mean, okay. Vanishing Verse is monocolored. I think I need a land here. Just going to plus for a land. Nope. This is probably the worst of the cards. D-Spark doesn't look too good either here, unfortunately, but oh well. That kind of sucks. No double red, though. I don't know if we can get anything from that. Why does that have haste? Why does that have haste? I don't know. Why does this have haste? My phone just went off. Where is my phone? I don't know. Alright, well, we're back to the old aggro player, yeah, the satyr from Gallia. Okay, did they just waste a shock? I think they wasted a shock there. Pretty sure that's what just happened. I think I'm going to get rid of this. I could get rid of Teferi, but I kind of want to actually play the card. Oh my god, okay. I can exile an illusion token. Doesn't sound good, but it's the only thing I can do. Is this an instant? Yep, alright. Alright. The red-green deck is drawing more than us. Alright, they went to combat first, so I can prevent them from doing their thing. Oh, there's my phone. Yeah. I'm surprised I actually heard that. I'm actually very surprised. Oh, it was just Uber Eats telling me there's food. I could buy food if I want to. Thanks, Uber Eats. There are 35 lands in this deck, which is above what I typically run. So this is very unfortunate. To see only 3 lands in the top 16 cards is not a good look here. They didn't play anything again Very strange. Okay, I don't know what this is about. I think that was a misplay. Because, obviously, if you... So, basically... Do we want this? No. If you, Okay, we got to land here. We didn't draw land again in the top two. If you have nothing better to do than this, you should give this haste with the Riot, swing all out, and then discard a card, draw some, because you clearly have nothing going on that's crazy. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to not just haste this and draw new cards, because your hand is clearly not great right now. Unless there's a card you really don't want to randomly discard. I highly doubt it, though. Trying to close the game out is a little bit better. Oh, look, it's a card that's going to close the game out better. That was one of the cards on my mind just now, too, actually. Alright, so we can despark it, I'm 90% sure. It looks like they have a lightning bolt or something. It could be a protection spell, too, a green spell. But I'm more on it being a burn spell, given how they've been playing. Oh, here come the lands now, right? Does it matter now? I'd like to be able to despark this, but if it's a protection spell, I'm dead anyways. I'll force them to swing for lethal. Yeah, so the Gallia goes face no matter what. And then I'll despark here. Oh, it is a protection spell, isn't it? Of course it is. Yeah, why wouldn't it be? Whoop-de-doo. There's nothing I could have done about that, so... Okay, well, if you miss 6 lands in a row, I guess you can't beat an aggro deck. Surprisingly, they had very little going on if I could despark that. And I just survive at 3 life. Like, they had such little going on, they just replayed a 4-mana 2/2 haste. It was good enough because of a protection spell, but... I don't know how common that is to be. Alright, so we're against mono white. I kind of want to mulligan mindlessly until I get a sweeper. Because... Quadruple counterspell with double not blue mana. That seems suspect. Okay, we're going to get rid of... Guess I can get rid of this? No, we can get rid of this. Yeah. Alright, well, they're on the play. We mulliganed. Oh, it's green, right. I always mess up. This little boop right here. This little boop. That's where the green is on this deck. I always think this is a mono-white commander. I mean, I've only played against it like 3 times, but... It keeps getting me good. That's kind of funny. Double green, huh? So with green, they do draw slightly more than just mono-white. I should say they actually draw cards, unlike mono-white. So we got to be a little bit more off of just sweeping their opener and expecting to win automatically. So we play this. Yeah, we're not doing anything with this mana right now, so... I kind of want it as blue. I guess it really doesn't matter. I pretty much have everything I need. I have double white in hand. Triple white in hand, basically. I guess black? No, we want blue. Just in case I feel like I need to keep up a counterspell, I'd like to have counter magic up. Though I doubt I'll be able to do that. Alright, well I guess I can now. I mean, I can sit here and take 4 for a while. Till we build up enough things to deal with this. And kind of reminds me of Standard, actually. Okay, we drew an untapped land. That helps. We want it as black. And then we play this. Yeah, I'd rather tap this. It's kind of suspect when I manually tap, but... Okay, so triple green in play. No white mana. They just found it. I wonder if they're going to go for a 4-drop. Them cracking this makes me think... Yes, but it could also just be a cheaper white card, because they haven't had white mana yet, which would make sense. Doesn't have to be a 4-drop. Okay, it's a 4-drop. Is it a scary 4-drop? Vigilance, you gain life, put a counter each creature you control. It's not scary, but I would still like to counter anything they do. Alright, we found a sweeper, so when we're ready, we can like blow up the board and just do things afterwards. Take 4 for a while, so we just Oh, this is not the suspend one. My bad. Foretell, whatever. I'll play the one that I don't have to use my brain for. Interestingly, we only have one white in play. Like, both our white sources come in tapped now, because... Oh, no, excuse me. Arcane Signet. Hey. Yeah. Forgetting what my cards do, dude. This is the mill 3, right? Yeah. Archon of blah blah blah. One spell each turn. Okay, so I'm probably going to sweep... Am I sweeping the board? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I'm sweeping the board next turn. So I'm going to let this happen. And then I play this as white. So I have blue, blue, black, black. No, I have blue, 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 black, black, white, white. So this probably should be white. Probably. And then I don't have mana to sweep and leave a counterspell. So I will just pass. But as long as they don't have like some crazy heroic intervention or something, I think I'm in a good spot. They really just passed? What? They passed and they had nothing to do. Wow, there's no instant speed card in their hand that does anything here. Alright, so we can sweep the board. Yeah. Pass the turn with the counter spell up. And to drown in the Loch. And things get way harder for our opponent from here. Or they should. Create a number equal to your devotion to white. What? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and counter literally anything. Alright, so now we have our commander online. Guess I'll just pass. So whenever they just don't do anything I'm scared of, I can just windmill slam Chromium. That's a little bit annoying, actually. Kind of want to not deal with that. Maybe I don't care. I feel like there's way better things to counterspell. Yeah, we're just gonna... Yeah, no. We don't... We're just gonna... We're gonna do this. You blow up my Arcane Signet, I take 2 for a while, but I win the race because I have a 7/7. Alright, swing for 7. Let's see, 6 mana. Can I get away with foretelling right now? 4, 5, 6. No, I don't think I have to. Alright, they're just gonna swing for 2. They can't cast their commander, which is kind of funny. Where does exile target creature and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield? Target creature and opponent controls till this leaves the battlefield. Okay, so I can just get rid of a dead card in my hand, essentially. Like Time Wipe. This gets hexproof, it's not going to do anything. And then I can do this. Get rid of this. Oh, we drew Fracture. Okay, it can target this, that's why. Alright, so now we can Castle Ardenvale, still leave up decent things. Swing for 7. Hit them 2 more times and we win. Oh, this is pretty cool. This end step Chromium is just amazing. Uh-huh. Night of Autumn? Let's drown that. Let's just drown it. Okay, we can also make a Castle Ardenvale token. If I felt like I needed to do that. I don't think I do. If they have a sweeper, they actually just... Okay, let me just triple check this. We are not dead to this, right? No. Alright, just let it go through. You may exile non-land permanent and opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield. This is... Okay. Opponent's like, yep. I mean, that they should have made me show them. Kind of weird. I can give this hexproof and swing and they force to block, but that doesn't answer the 2 creatures in play. So they were not, to the extent of their knowledge, dead on board. So I think it was a bit of an early concession. They probably just got upset because I started mousing over my hand as though I had a counterspell. But I didn't. I did not have a counterspell. I still won, though, because I had Source of Plowshares. They gain 3 life, and then they die. We're against Radha now? Ugh. I have some big spells in my hand. Uncastable, uncast. Yeah, no. It's just too much uncastable. Okay, 1 blue mana. I kind of like Mission Briefing. I've been kind of liking this card. This enters tap no matter what. I still think I'll go with this. Can't really leave up anything this turn. Oh, I guess I can leave up Essence Scatter, actually. That's not terrible. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, I'm torn. No, we'll just leave up Essence Scatter. I don't know. It got even worse because I shocked myself, which obviously means one thing. Alright, so now I can Narset on an empty board? Well, no, I need an untapped blue. Okay. Can I cast both of these? No, because this is tapped. So we can just run this one out. I think I'll... No, I can't draw on the Loch Radha. Oop, I can almost draw on the Loch Radha now, but not quite. I can't... Yeah, I can't do anything. That's annoying. Oh, they didn't go for Radha. Interesting. Alright, this is still really good, though. If I can kill this, it's not... Oh, well, never mind. Alright, we're drawing all the mana rocks. I guess I should be happy. But now they have, like, infinite mana, and I can't stop it, and I can't do anything about it. So I think I just... Yeah, no, I'm just going to scoop. There's no coming back from that. You can't come back from that far. If I had a sweeper... and an answer to that, I think so, but I don't. I don't really have an answer to the board. Basically, my whole hand was like counter spells and no answers to the board. Maybe I need another sweeper. Feels like you want to clear the board more often than you typically do, because you're not defending yourself with creatures. Am I running them all? I don't think so. I guess I can run Shadow the Sky. Languish isn't terrible either. No, I think we'll just do Shadow the Sky. It's probably good enough. I mean, if I ever have Chromium and I cast it, I do draw a card. It's not terrible. I'm off the Sublime Epiphany plan here. That card is... How many lands do we have? Let me triple check. I do have like 35 lands. Right? 36 lands, and that is not including the spells that flip into lands. It doesn't count those. So there's like 40 lands. There are 38. It's Radha again. Okay. Have all my colors, have a counter spell that's castable, a board wipe that we just put in. This would have been Sublime Epiphany, which this hand probably would have not been keepable, but now it is, because this is an actual card. Things that cost more than 4 mana in this format, it's a little bit tough to get away with it, which is kind of surprising, actually. The format's a little too fast for that. Wee bit too fast. Alright, I'm not going to make him discard. I'm just going to do this. Even the decks that are not inherently aggressive, you still need to do something early. I mean, even like a Mana Rock, just to keep up. Because your opponent will just kind of... Like, if you're against a control deck and you don't do anything for 4 turns, yeah, you're not immediately dead, but now they have everything they need to, like, destroy your soul. Okay, I think I just pass, right? Yeah, I think we just pass, because we have something to do on our end step if they don't do anything. Whenever a land, you gain life. Sure. Okay, none of that one is remotely threatening. It's just like the effect that I've never been concerned about, which is playing lands from hand. Alright, looks like they have nothing, so we draw 2. Oh, hey, lands. Alright, so there we go. Here I think we can get away with Agonizing Remorse. Boop. They have a Wilt? Really? Okay, their hand is not good. I might as well take this, keep them on all spells. Seems fine. At this rate, I think I'd counter their commander. But they're not going for their commander here, because they played a land first. Radha plays them off the top. Wait, what? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Radha plays your lands off the top, so I don't see why you wouldn't, like, wait to cast this to play lands off the top instead. Kind of weird. Oh, we milled over Field of the Dead. Yeah, see, the Radha would have gotten Field of the Dead right off the top of the deck, and now it's in the graveyard. I was getting countered the other way, but opponent wouldn't know that. We also added things to the graveyard that claims us draw that isn't just our own graveyard, which is nice. I don't have a counter spell, so I guess I am going to do this. Kind of getting close to Chromium here. They don't have an answer to it. You're going to wilt my Arcane Signet? Nope, nope. Okay, Ujin is extremely slow. I do not have an answer to it, though. Maybe that's an excuse to take it, because they have 5, they only need 3 more lands, and as we know, if you ain't closing the game out, you should expect to play against this. It doesn't really hit anything. Like, -7s kills Chromium, which I might be fine with. We also have time to find a counterspell as well. Because what else am I taking? I don't think I care about Wilt. I don't care about that. Okay, opponent just doesn't want to play anymore. Weird. The indecisiveness turned them away. That's funny. They're probably just going to get, like, super mad that I took the card that they're screaming that everyone would take. Which, I'm not sure. What would you take in that instance? So I don't care about Wilt. I don't care about... I mean, it's either Light Up the Stage or Ujin. Light Up the Stage shows more cards for them. But I think they're going to cast Radha anyways. I really don't know. I think I would take Ujin. I don't have a clean answer to it, and the rest of it just doesn't do that much. I mean, they kind of have a divination in hand. But Radha is always going to have the opportunity to get cards off the top of your deck. So, I don't know. Okay, no black cards, no black mana. We're against Nicol Bolas, which is a little bit more down to earth control-y. Like on average, I think the cards cost 1 less mana, less of a control thing. I have double counter spell. Fine. I'm just going to play this as a land before our opponent discards it. I don't want my land to get thought seized. They have answers to artifacts, so like this probably won't happen. But it's an untapped blue source when I play it, which means Mystical Dispute on that turn cycle might be able to hit Nicol Bolas. Opponent's reading Chromium. Okay. So I'll play this tapped. I seriously doubt I'm going to Essence Scatter anytime soon. I could try to respect something crazy, but I don't think I'm going to. Do you have a 2-mana creature right now? Congratulations. Okay, I didn't think so. Alright, Brainstorm is alright. We're going to get this thing down here. Oh, well, we're going to play a Black Source. Just in case there's like a Mind Rot or something, I'd prefer to discard a Hallowed Fountain instead. Though I do have Brainstorm, so it's not like Mind Rot's hitting anything crazy that I'm scared of or something. They also did not play a 2-mana Mana Rock. And they scryed instead of drew. And they had it upkeep stop, but declined to use it. Are we brainstorming? No, we're only going to brainstorm if we don't have lands. Hand gives us time here, so do we play this tapped? 1 to 3. Yeah, we're going to play this tapped. I don't see a reason not to. I also don't really want to foretell this, because I'd like to probably brainstorm in a way. Unfortunately, if they're going to draw more than us. Until Midnight Clock goes off, but I doubt that will happen. I'm kind of banking on them just going for Nicol Bolas. But I doubt they will. Oh, we have an Essence Scatter target. Nice. There's not many of those in this matchup. At least I don't think so. I mean, their commander is one, but... Sure. Do I end step Brainstorm? Nope. Never been a fan of that. Hit a land drop, so we're happy to pass. Yes. And it gives us more protection against a discard spell in the future, which I kind of expect. It also allows us to do this, right? We can always do this if we don't use our mana. It's kind of a nifty card. Opponent does not do anything. Okay, so we'll just do this. And then we'll do this. Alright, kind of one more turn sequence of that and we're good. I will play this. Naming blue, black. Let's see, black, black. I have 2 black, 3 white. Okay, maybe black is better. I don't have any black in hand though, and there's not that many things that are gonna come off the top that I really want. Yeah, no, we'll just do a different color. I think blue is fine here. I almost want to brainstorm right now, but I'm not going to. Opponent likes to draw cards, but they ain't doing nothing. Ain't doing a whole lot of nothing. Cycle, draw, cycle, draw, cycle. Alright, so now they basically have to find an answer to Midnight Clock, or we're going to get some value. I wonder if I just let Nicol Bolas resolve. It's not like I can't deal with it. Surprised I haven't seen a discard spell. Chandra cannot be countered. So that is going to happen. That's fine. So we're kind of on a clock. Yep. So I'll put it here. I almost want to brainstorm right now. Just because I don't... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7. 5, 6. So we have mana to cast this. But this is going to blow up. So yeah, we just do this now. Alright, we put that back, and probably Mystical Dispute's not feeling good, but maybe one of these lands is not great either. I'm only basically putting one back anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So we're going to get a whole new hand here. Probably. That Chandra could kill me. That would be unfortunate. Because I'm not killing it for a while, and it's going to put another clock on me. That's a very annoying way to die. Of these 2 lands, I think this one's slightly better in play, because I do not see myself ever having time to scry. But maybe it still makes sense to run that anyways. Yeah, it probably just makes sense to do that still. Because I don't need the triple land. I can foretell my hand, so it doesn't get shuffled back in, but I really think I want a Chromium. In fact, I think I almost have to Chromium at this point. So we're just going to get a new hand. Alright, we have a commit now. But I'm not going to commit Chandra. I could Tails End the trigger if I feel like I need more time. But I feel like I just need to counter things instead. Chromium is quite difficult for them to deal with. It's hexproof and can't be countered. Nope. We're pretty much only interested in dealing with getting Chromium into play. I can ignore Chandra and just hit... Does it indestructible? No, the 1/1 is not indestructible. Alright, so we just yeet out the thick boy. Have a ton of counterspell back up. Ton of cards in hand back up. I can race this Chandra if I feel like I need to do that. But I think I'm better off just trying to actually kill my opponent. I think. It's kind of a tough call, really. But I feel like we're trying to kill our opponent here. So we're going to do that. It's a lot of attacks. But it's 2 swings on Chandra, which is not good. What else does Chandra do? The minus is going to hit Chromium anyways. So I guess I have to do this, because I'm going to have to flip Chromium. I'd rather just not do that. I'm not going to invest a commit into this either, so... Unfortunately, it's uncounterable. I expect counter magic, so I'm not going to do anything like that. And then I'll pass... Yep, we'll pass. I wonder if there was a sequence in which our opponent could have went for Nicol Bolas earlier. I feel like they had an opportunity and didn't take it. But maybe not. They're just waiting for an uncounterable spell because, of course, they had one. No, it only has one option. I take 3 damage a turn here. It's the only thing that really can do. Sure. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I mean, it kind of does, but not really. It basically turns their removal spells into Raven's Crime, because I discard a card instead of losing my creature. It's kind of funny. But it is on them to do something. But they have drawn a lot of cards. But so have we. We can also force them to continuously counterspell things. It's not like this is the only thing I'm doing. Okay, here I will think twice. Might just do both ends of it. I could commit something. No, wait, I can't think twice because Narset will deny the second draw. Deny the second draw. Could tuck Chandra. So I don't have to continuously hit it. But we're kind of far away from actually killing them. So 1 extra attack with Chromium doesn't seem worth it. And if I cast something that they want to counter, it just gives them an extra card here because they have the discard anyways. They discarded the other Chandra. Yeah, I guess it is kind of useless. Alright, so the race is basically on now. Second counterspell is huge. Okay, they're going to make Chromium a 1/1 on my turn. That's fair. That's fair. That's a way to kind of get around it. It's actually quite annoying. Yeah, I guess I should have committed Chandra because I didn't really think about this line. What do I do here? Do I discard a land? Yep, I guess so. Kill Narset instead. And then kill... I can try to take an extra turn, but I don't think it's going to happen. I can try, though. It's not like I'm doing much with the extra turn anyways. Opponent cannot afford this to resolve, but our opponent has counter magic. I'd rather them waste their whole turn. Well, like, what am I doing if I... I don't know. This just seems bad. Yep, of course. Well, alright. Guess I'm all in now. Oh look, they have another counterspell. Think we're screwed. I think we're totally screwed. Oh my god, it resolved? What is in their hand? I don't understand. What the heck is in my opponent's hand? It's blue and red. It's not a removal spell. Wow. I was about to get all upset. Here we are. Turning the game around with a 6-minute sorcery speed spell. Alright, I'll take it. So I think I will draw right now to give myself more information. There's a chance I draw a discard spell. Alternatively, I can have... No, we're just doing this. D-Spark. Alright, so that's good to know about, because now I don't have to hard counter Nicol Bolas. I will attempt to not let this happen. What is the token here? Becomes a 1... Okay, so it is odd if this still happens. Alright, so this actually doesn't... discarding card here doesn't stop this. Sure. Alright, so I can't stop this at all. So I guess we're back on the trying to cast Chromium plan, which we still can. It looks like they're really just trying to kill us with 3 damage a turn, which can happen. It can. This is no small amount of damage coming out here. This cost all of mana, all of my mana but 1 black, so I can't really do much here. I really need Chromium in play before I can play Magic, so hopefully they just go for Nicol Bolas and nothing else. Yep. I'll discard Guardian Idol. It's probably not doing anything. Draw 2, then proliferate. Okay, so we can just run this out now. And then we can D-Spark. Hit them for 9 a couple times. Yep. D-Spark this, swing. I have a card to discard still, so I don't feel bad about playing the land. But there's also an argument to keep it for like Chemistry's Insight as well. But no, I think hitting land drops is just better than any of the above. And we pass. So we're winning the race. I don't expect the 1/1s to hit every time though, but we're still winning the race. I don't think this works how our opponent thinks it does, because we have things to sacrifice now, so that didn't actually do anything. Okay. Sacrifice 2 creatures, sure. Yeah, that didn't seem great at all. Bloodsheaf Thirst, yep, that's fine. It does mean I kind of have to attack their Chandra? Kind of means that, right? Okay, not anymore. We also found life gain too, which is kind of huge. So we can just send face twice and ignore it. The zombie could have been a problem too, so this is actually pretty good. It does mean I don't have an answer to Nicol Bolas, and it will block again. We do have a man land now, though. Is this a sorcery? It is. I don't want to cast that. I think we're in a good spot here. I think. The man land will not change the clock at all. Hopefully their only play River's Rebuke. Opponent, that doesn't work how you think it does. This does not work how you think it does. It didn't work like they thought it would, dude. That's so funny. It didn't work because it goes to my hand. I don't have to put it to the command zone. It will cost 7 mana. I had to double check that I didn't have to tap this before the bounce. I still had 7 untapped lands. River's Rebuke, dude. This card is all over the place now. All over the place. Yeah, it wasn't a blowout. Isn't that mad funny? Look at that, dude. We still won. Our opponent realized it too. They didn't like give us. They didn't even give us a chance to like cast it. They're just sitting there like, oh, dude. I mean, to be fair, what else were they doing? They're gonna cast Nicol Bolas. They're gonna chump block. I take 3 damage. We swing. I said that backwards. I take 3 damage. I swing. Then they chump block. And then from there, what else happens? I'm trying to think. It gives them another draw. Gives them another draw, but it also gives me another draw. My hand was not great. Alright, so we're like 3-1, I think. We lost to one of the Radha decks. I guess Nicol Bolas again. Alright, well, I do like these control matchups a lot. This hand seems questionable. We are on the play, though. But if we don't draw land and it can't be a blue source, we lose the game instantly. So I'm going to just not do that. Alright, double temple seems alright. Play this one first. This is another land, essentially, or it can be something else. That seems fine. I wonder what I'm tutoring for. What's the best card in this matchup? I don't know, I'd say maybe a counterspell, but it's probably better to just continuously, or just, you know, use it as you go instead of relying on that. So another land. It's a tapped land because I don't have a way to keep it untapped. But hitting your land drops is more important than literally anything, so kind of banking on them not... Okay. Well, whoop-de-doo, they have a really good card and we don't. Alright, I'm gonna take a turn off to just play some Bajanka-jank here. They have a 1 mana, probably Brainstorm or something. Opt. Okay, fine. I'm actually not a fan of the cantrips outside of Brainstorm. And not in Historic Brawl. Opponent should be wary that we allowed them to cast Nicol Bolas. Alright, they don't want to go for Nicol Bolas. Interesting. They had the opportunity to do it, right? Black, red. Yeah, they could have done it and they didn't. I can respect that because I did just tap out for a turn and they might be like, oh, what's that about? Alright, of these lands, I think... Can I get away with a tap land right now? Look at the top 6, you may reveal instant sorcery. I might have to play that as a land at some point, but for now I don't. Yeah, alright, we'll just play that. Play the least choices the better, because that means that's the less options for mistakes. So we'll just play the Thrill of Possibility discarding Flame Sweep. Thrill of Possibility. Okay. That's weird. That is not card advantage. It just cycles... It itself is not great, and it cycles a different card for you, so... It's not really card advantage. Fracture is decent, but I think Think Twice is better, because we want card advantage. Discarding a card is not terrible either. Maybe that's fine. But no, there's more discard spells. I just want to actually draw cards. To do anything I can ever to make sure I don't miss land drops. Hand really wants another black, but I'm going to put blue in play. We have double counterspell, actually. We do. Electrolyze? Okay, that's literally just the cantrip. 2 damage is not very relevant. Discard a card, draw 2. So they yet again just cycling cards. They're not necessarily doing card advantage. Other than, I guess, the damage from Electrolyze. Oh, this does have flashback, though, so this does get better. Alright, Midnight Clock. That is annoying. I don't want to deal with that. Because it'll be a problem. Alright, they didn't go for... They manually tapped, but they did not go for anything afterwards. Hitting lands, hitting counter spells, we can go. This is an instant, right? Yeah. It is very good for them to cycle what is abysmal cards. It's very good. Like, they've gotten rid of just... Like, their hand was horrible. Like, these cards are just not great. So that is kind of unfortunate for us, but what are you going to do? They want to get into a counter war right now? Seems a little weird. Seems a little weird. Yeah, that seems really... Alright, to be fair, most people probably aren't used to, like, the control matchup, and also, in a historic brawl, they're probably not interested in a control matchup. Especially from what I saw from our opponent, they had a lot of down-to-the-ground things. Like I said about Grixis, it's a little bit less controlling. Kind of strange, though. Kind of strange. I don't know what they were thinking was going to happen. They were playing carefully, and then, like, out of nowhere, they just decided to do that. I don't know. I guess I still got it. That's funny. Very, very strange sequence of plays. Maybe I do got to move this over a little bit. Wait, which way? This way? I'm more center panel. But remember the in my extravagant art degree, you're never supposed to be in the dead center of a camera. You're not supposed to be like this, right? You're supposed to be like off to the side. Yeah. Well, I mean, if Tyler's here, he'd say so. Anyways, what are we up against? We're up against my boy that I don't think I've ever played as a commander, nor I think ever will. But I like that card. That's like my D&D character, like completely. Or at least my new one. Nope. 2 lands. Hopefully it's more creature based. We can lean extremely heavily on a sweeper. I feel like it is. Mardu almost always is creature based. I got a this is crazy. A Sur rune. A Sur rune dropped when I was playing Diablo 2. Couldn't believe it. It just whoop, sitting there looking at it like, what? Really? Okay, Narset probably will never survive, and it also doesn't get me lands. I also did Ubers, so kind of ran out of stuff to do. I did Ubers on a Fury Druid, and I farmed for years on a... do I leave up Essence Scatter? No, I don't think I do, actually. I think I just do this. Because we want them to flood the board and then just counterspell the after effects. The after business. Ooh, okay, interesting. Traveler's Amulet, I think, is better because it comes in untapped. It does cost 2 mana, but I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a boomer. Alright, let me run this out, do this. Kinda need a second white if I'm relying on Doomscar, but I do have double blue in hand. It's more likely for me to naturally draw blue than white, but if I do pick white, I'm not doing anything for a good while, but I think that's fine. The hand was only good because of this card anyways. And the only card they have that can stop this is Teferi's Protection. Kinda hope they just play their commander. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, return the... Yeah. Esper Sentinel. That's a pretty saucy one. Pretty saucy. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to stop it from drawing a card here, which is very bad, but I'm not going to miss a land. Esper Sentinel is really, really good. I must admit. Hopefully it only draws 1 card. If it just replaces itself, I'm not too upset, because I still get to get the value back from just blowing it up with Doomscar. Whenever permanent enters the battlefield, trigger a bit of counter. Okay, so they can counter like Crox's ability, and Crox's sticks in play, which is kind of funny. They do not have lethal showing for Teferi, if I go for Teferi. But if I do go for Teferi, they might be able to kill it, because they have no lands in hand, which means it's all action. I think that's fine, though. And they draw another card off of Esper Sentinel. Probably should have taken that into consideration before I did anything, honestly. It's a bit of a mistake there. This Esper Sentinel is MVP so far. Esper Sentinel's arguably better than their commander, in my opinion. Alright, doot, doot. So they found a way to kill Teferi. No reason to try to defend it. Not that I could. Don't even think I want to counter their commander with Disdainful Stroke. Blood Sun? Okay. Wait, they have to pay 2 on their own Blood Sun or they don't draw a card? Weird. Really weird. I didn't expect a damage-based answer to killing Teferi, so I would have obviously swept the board first, but I just didn't expect it. Alright, we play this as a blue. I need double black. And I can sweep the board, pay for Esper Sentinel. Yep, pay for that stupid thing. And then have Disdainful Stroke up. And Essence Scatter up. So this is as good as it's going to get for us. Hopefully they just go for their commander. Nope, they go for Good God. Alright, good thing I had that. Alright, so we're on the Chromium plan. So we just wait for an opportunity to Windmill Slam Chromium and try to kill our opponent before it swings. Once it's in play, it's very difficult for them to deal with. Unless for some reason they're running a bunch of sweepers, but I can't imagine they are because they're Mardu and they want to beat you to death, and that's a little counterintuitive. Sweet. Sweet, we're 4-1. I did not expect Chromium to be this successful. I really didn't. I did not expect that. I feel like it's a little bit worse than just playing Teferi, but there is something to be said about him being instant speed and uncounterable. That is very, very, very good. It's just the fact that it costs 7 mana means you kind of have to play a control deck around it. There's really no other way to do it. Because you need to draw cards, and you need to sort of defend him against sweepers. Not as much, because you can just keep recasting him. Okay, we're against Kai Kar. This is one that Robbie liked. Maybe I'll link him this. I'll link him the... I don't know if he watches my YouTube videos, but I'll link him this matchup if it goes long enough to learn anything. Because I have no idea what this commander does, and Robbie was curious about it. And I'm sure as heck not going to run it myself. So in order to make this a good game, this is a good hand. I have one of each mana. Alright, we have a wide range of things in hand. I like it. I really need a second blue. I love how this is also a Faithless Looting. Oh yeah, what's that thing? The thing that what's-his-face plays now all the time? Aspiring Spike, the instant speed Faithless Looting? Faithless Looting, not Faceless. What is that card? Because I would like to run it. It's blue-white something. I think it's from Innistrad. It's in like all of his decks now. I mean, it's in like every modern deck. It's not just him. He's just the guy I'm aware of. Alright, we found the second blue, so we can kick back now. We have a counterspell and lands for Teferi at some point. I don't care about this. I almost think this would be better if it was just Censor, because the Scry 1 is probably worse than Censor. Censor, like, is just better. This does mean they have no more mana woes. Do I feel like I want to slow them down? Excuse me, slow them down. Yeah, I think I do. I want to slow them down, because we can't do this back. So, we might as well. Alright, that was a good draw. That was a good draw. Alright, make sure I don't always play the land with the least decisions. Their commander is not inherently scary. Especially with a bunch of sweepers. Alright, that's unfortunate. They did not respect Negate or Disdainful Stroke or Censor. Don't think I would either. Alright, do we want a land? They also don't respect me doing anything on 5. Which we have something to do. I don't think I want a land. I think we have a land parked here, and eventually we get it. Do I want second black or second white? Second white for the hand, but I think the second white does a little... Well, not necessarily, because I would like to sweep their stuff. Oh! Oh, wait, no. I was going to say, it held priority. They have Pact of Negation, but no, it's just Teferi's ability. It's instant speed. Not card advantage. We untap black. Maybe make them think about Drown in the Loch as well. Yep. Ephemerate is in their deck. Oh my god. Oh no, is this Teferi of their own? I'm gonna be so upset if it is. It's gonna suck. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Well, at least we can scry and get ours back immediately, so... And then from there, ours has more loyalty. Right? We just scry 2, put ours back into play. Time Warp is really good, though, but it's not doing anything right now. Guardian Idol? Nope. Untapped land. Okay, that was actually massive. That was huge, because now we can... Shoot, I can't do double. No, alright, let's do this. Now I can actually kill their Teferi before I put mine into play. This is huge. They get to plus their Teferi in additional time, quote unquote, kind of. Not really. This is pretty good, though. Ooh. Think we're more interested in actual counter magic, though. So we're going to do that. We're going to sauce their Teferi and then put ours back into play. Oh. Oh, that was such a good draw there, that land. Oh, they're going to... Wait, they... Yeah, they messed up. They minused on the wrong bird, dude. They minused the wrong bird, so I got to kill their Teferi. Now, we both made a huge mistake there. I obviously should have swung both birds at their Teferi. And I probably should... No, I mean, pre-combat wouldn't have done anything if I tucked this pre-combat. So I messed up. I did not go double. And they targeted the wrong bird. They did it so incredibly fast, too. They went... Doop, and they just messed up. Alright, well, unfortunately, we didn't learn anything about their actual deck. Because, again, someone I know is curious about this as a commander. In that instance, it never got played. They obviously had... I mean, they had this, right? Which just kind of completely makes Kaikar a pointless... Like, you obviously... If you have Teferi in play, you're not doing anything until this either ultimates or dies, and you defend it. But I guess we can learn that they run Ephemerate and Velomachus, or whatever, the red-white Lorehold guild leader, which is not an Ephemerate target, and I don't know what it could get. Teferi let us see a couple more cards than we otherwise would have, but nothing out of the ordinary. Actually, that's not true. These are both really weird. Really weird. More creature-based deck, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I learned enough there. But that was funny. That's hilarious how that ended. Like, I messed up, they messed up, and then they scooped. Shane conceded. Like, I literally left them with 5 minutes Teferi in play, which was not great. Alright, we're 6-1. 6-1. Surprisingly getting a lot of games in with this deck, too. Like, I usually don't get... Oh, maybe I do, because I remember saying to myself 10 minutes a match was the average. So, no, that actually... We're still... Seems like no matter what you're playing, the average stays the same. This is a weird, weird hand, but I feel like Agent of Treachery is just so disgustingly dirty that I can keep it. Domri Red is not good. News, please don't have a 1-drop. If you do have a 1-drop, please let it be red. Sweet. So now we get to Thought Seize, a 2-drop. Anywhere else there would have been, like, spine snapping. Alright, what do we got? Don't care. Biogenic Ooze? What the hell? Alright, we'll take that. Don't care about your little doge there. Your little slimy boy. Fungi boy. Oh, it's not a fungus. It's an elemental, excuse me. Sure, that's not doing nothing. Alright, so land. I could play Narset. It's a good chance they tap this, right? Land, wolf, poke. No, maybe not. Maybe not. What else am I doing? No, we're doing this. Dig for a board wipe. Rip. Essence Scatter slightly better than Thought Collapse? Maybe not. No, I think it is. Their commander itself is not... The fight doesn't do anything, and the other two abilities are meh. They might even just put Domri Red in play right now. Yep. Oh, I guess it does make things uncounterable. Which means, yeah, no, that's true. I couldn't do anything about it anyways, but that is kind of true. Alright, we found a sweeper. Probably gonna windmill slam it. No, maybe not. Maybe not. I can just do this. What's our opponent gonna do, right? Like, what are they gonna do? Cast more creatures into a sweeper they know about? Not really. And we're 1 mana away from Chromium. Gearhulk is also decent flash. It doesn't have a counter spell to hit, because, I mean, at least Domri Rad mana. So what I could do is just run it out as a 5/6 at some point. Or a removal spell like Vraska's Contempt. Oh, they are going to sauce me. Oh, nope. They're just going to do weird stuff. Okay, this doesn't do anything. I'm going to just posture. I need a swamp in play of some kind. Okay. I was about to say, you kind of want to kill Narset, don't you? I don't know how many things they can... I don't know how much they can do to get extra stuff in play, but... So we draw a land... Nah, we didn't draw land. Dang it. I can kill... I can't kill this. I think I want to kill something now, though. Actually, that doesn't make a lot of sense. What are they doing with their mana? 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. We can drown in the Loch and then Gear Hulk it, so we can actually use it to kill things here. Seems fine. I can't kill the ooze, though, but eventually I will be able to. They're so uninterested in playing more creatures because they know about the sweeper, which is a huge advantage. Alright, good. They put the counter where I want it them to, so I can kill this. And then I can kill this with Gear Hulk. And they're still stuck under my Essence Scatter. They can cast creature spells from the top, though. That is very irritating. But I did not draw land, so no Chromium. Really wish they didn't have this. Okay, so they have Regrowth in hand or something? Looks like they went in their own graveyard there. Looking at something. It's funny when an aggressive player knows about a sweeper, like how they play from then on is like just so different. Like it buys you more time than it should if they know about it, because they're trying to play around it so hard. And I don't think that's right. Alright, so here they're not playing around it. They're just letting me... They're just ripping the band-aid off. Saucing me for 5. Yep. We do want to see this. That's, I guess, good, right? Because we kind of have to do it now. Oh, dude, really? Okay, well... I really wish I had that in play. Alright, we're back to an Essence Scatter that can't work. Feels great. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I can steal Domri Rad with Agent of Treachery. Not the best target, but it's pretty much the only thing going on here that I care about. What else what does this do? Okay. Ooh, that's... Do I cast that? I feel like I should just cycle this. Oh, I can't? Why can't I? What's going on? Oh, it's 7 mana. I'm a boomer. Alright, so I think I'm going to leave up Drown Gearhulk. They have 6 cards, and yeah, that seems fine. I can also just kill this token, which is going to hit me for a lot. I also can block it too if this doesn't work. Sweet, it worked. Alright, so we have a solid thing in play now. Attacking Domri doesn't feel good, but it's kind of the only thing I can do. Oh, it's Underworld Breach. Doesn't that go away at the end of your turn? Escape is equal to mana cost plus... What? There's nothing I'm not understanding, right? You only get 1 spell from this. You just get your Biogenic Ooze back? Isn't this just, like, way worse than... I guess it's comparable to, That's... I don't know. This seems very weird to me. Yeah, that's... Because now it's gone, right? This is a very weird card. Alright. Contempt means I can... Can I Teferi and leave up Contempt? Of course I can't. Do I swing? I don't feel like I should. I almost feel like I should just... Contempt this now? Man, how come I'm not hitting lands, dude? It's so annoying. Alright, yeah, we're just going to Sorcery Speed Contempt. Because I don't want them to untap and start making more ooze. Ooze-eye, oozes. No reason to attack. Because we're close to dying. They get to draw because... Of course they do. Oh, that's so bad. I can't... Yeah, the fact that they get to draw is just really bad. Tried to stop it, but... I think I'm going to block if they swing. I feel like I have to block if they swing. Because I died at Embercleave. If for some reason they're running that. Of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah. Would have died. This is a good thing to be smart. There's not much I can do now, though. I, like, have to draw... No, I can minus on the token. Okay, nope. They just draw even more cards. Oh, look, it's a land, except it's tapped. Alright, so we take an extra turn. And then I draw another land that's tapped. So I can Agent of Treachery the token, but they still have control over the equipment, so it doesn't do anything. Chromium does actually block and kill the stupid token. No, it doesn't, because it's going to get a counter and hit me even harder. If I do this, and then this is a double strike... Oh, this is a stupid token, dude. I can't believe I'm going to lose this. That's so depressing. We're like so close to doing good things. We missed a land, I think, 4 turns in a row. And we had a lot of things on 7. Like, a lot. So, oh well. 36 lands. If I Agent of Treachery right now, what happens? I take 14, double strike, dead. Block there, 14, dead. Teferi minus, dead. Chromium block, take 7, dead. No, take 8, block. Okay, so there's a way to live doing that, but I don't think it's worth it. I'm just going to do this. And posture. Uh-huh. Whatever. We lose. That's annoying. I really feel like we had that, and they just, they barely got out of it. Like, barely. They were running very weird cards, too. The fact that that Essence Scatter was dead for so long because of Damirad's ability is... That's just criminal. That's criminal. Yeesh. That's, like, not a good commander at all, in my opinion, either. Like, there's so many better... I think the other Damirad is just better. Like, it gives your stuff Riot. Yeah, making your stuff uncounterable is nice, but most decks you play against don't have any counter spells. And, like, even there, like, they played around Day of Judgment for an incredibly long time, and I couldn't close... Like, to the point where they did what I think is always right, and you actually just start playing into it, so you get it out of my hand, because you're not killing me fast enough. I'm drawing cards. So they actually played the Ooze, and then I hit it. I gave up playing around it. Which, if they did earlier, the game was going to be even harder, because at any point I don't have it in my hand, they can do whatever they want. So they actually gave us a lot of time, and it still wasn't enough time, because I did not draw land number 7. I never got Chromium in play. I never could cast Agent of Treachery. I couldn't cycle the Epiphany anytime soon. Gearhulk killed 2 tokens, I think. I mean, it killed 1 token. The first half of it killed... No, it killed 3 creatures. Yeah, it killed 3 creatures. It blocked a token, and it killed a token, and then the front of Drawn and Lock also killed a creature. And it wasn't good enough. That's crazy. I really feel like we had such a good avenue. It was just like 1 land too short, but I don't feel like we should ever be in that spot, because we had 6 lands in play, or 6 mana sources, whatever. And there's very few things on 7, and we had literally both of them, and our Chromium. So we had all 3 7-drops. I guess not this, but you know, it's probably a land. That would have been a land. Ooh. Yeah. Other than that, I think it was a really good deck. There's a couple things I probably would change. I'm still not huge on Duress. Inquisition, I don't like Inquisition at all. Duress could probably be something else. It's not terrible, but it's not, like, really good. I do like Agonizing Remorse and Thought Eraser. I do like Drown the Loch as well. Vanishing Verse is decent, kind of on the edge about it. It's very... There's so many every commander is probably multicolor, so this isn't going to do anything against a commander. If you're against a monocolor commander, it still doesn't hit like Mana Rocks, because those are colorless. Fracture... No, Fracture would have been good in that spot, actually. Could have hit Dami Red, and then... Yeah, no, Fracture would have been decent there. Oh, it also would have blew up the card that killed me. The card I named, called out, and of course they had it. Embercleave. So this actually was pretty good there. D-Spark. D-Spark was good too. It dealt with Embercleave. Dovin's Veto... Yeah, Embercleave is counterable, I believe. I don't think it's uncounterable. It's just like a red equipment with flash or something. What else? Yeah, no, there wasn't really anything I disliked. Shark Typhoon is very difficult to play as an enchantment and then untap and continue the game. It has to not get countered, not get blown up, and you also have to not want mana on your opponent's turn, so you have to, like, tap out for this. But, there's always the option of making a decent shark, right? But at that point, it's just like a weird cantrip that costs more than 1 mana for some reason. I don't know. I'm on and off about this card. Thinking about Phyrexian Obliterator. If I had Phyrexian Obliterator in play, they really couldn't swing with the Ember... Well, it would just be 5 damage because it has Trample too, so that it doesn't all go into the Obliterator. But that would have been a game where Obliterator was good. Damirad can't fight Phyrexian Obliterator either. Yeah, that would have been a decent one. I'm going to make that card work. I kind of forgot about it. Should have put it in this deck. But enough rambling. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably be doing more tomorrow. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it. Deck list will be in the description below. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.